Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave. I am feeling much better, and we are in a ranked match here. And yes, we're in Minnesota. Now, I did do some other matches. Actually, I did Tulsa for a little bit. I kind of always mix it up in these, but the most powerful ship, easily, in my opinion, is Minnesota. And why is that? Okay. You're going to have a lot of radar cruisers. Obviously, Minnesota, with its accuracy, very good at getting rid of radar cruisers, right? Also, you're going to have German secondary ships. And if they're not German, they're going to be German-like. What does that mean? Stuff like even Atlantico, not that that's tier 8, but you can citadel it very easy at range. And especially from lobbying American shells, that's why I feel like Maine and Minnesota, pretty awesome. 4 of these ranked, and it was. So we're going to go in here against all these premium ships for the most part, and higher ranked players, actually. Some of these guys actually had a higher win rate than I did. Now, of course, I wait to shoot till I have a good shot, but nothing comes up until I shoot, and then Schroeder comes up broadside. And this Schroeder's actually going to be a pretty decent player. I think there is the Salem and the Schroeder, I think, in this match, and the Borgo actually had a higher win rate when you looked at their stats, even than me. But obviously, my win rate, we talked about it before, it'll get better with time. My first couple thousand matches really hurt that. Now, we wait to shoot Schroeder, because we're trying to get him when he hits the island. And you can see we aim up a little bit. And honestly, we just get a little bit unlucky here. 2 things. The shells land kind of short into his belt line. He's angled well. And also, he's not going to stop as early as I thought. I thought he was going to stop much quicker. So right now, without the destroyer present, the Schroeder is the biggest threat. And why is that? Well, he clearly knows how to angle, and also them secondaries can affect quite a bit of the match if you're not careful, especially my ship here, being the girth lord that Minnesota can be. Now, I should put this fire out, but I actually thought Schroeder was going to try to move up and come around that corner and get secondaries. You can see him kind of move a little bit. Now, he doesn't end up doing that, but we take a couple shots at him, and our shots drop a little bit low. And now we're going to act like we're not going to shoot Salem. Everybody has that, located perk, or the perk that tells you how many people are focused on you. And a lot of times I'll turn my guns away till I'm going to take the shot, and we are just going to absolutely slap the Salem. Yeah. Obviously, he's angled. He's lucky he didn't get more citadels, but honestly, that's okay, because we're just going to push back because of the Schroeder right now. We can shoot. We have a bunch of good targets. No reason to get super close. And with our American guns, I like fighting close in, but Minnesota is a little bit better at range, because otherwise you just eat pens everywhere when you're up close. So you can see we're going to take another shot over the mountain. A lot of our shells are going to get hit, but again, we hit them with 7 still. And to be fair, again, he was more broadside, so I understand why them went over. All right, I got overpins there. Now we're going to start to move back up because Schroeder has backed way off, losing a bunch of health. And we're going to try to take a shot here at Salem. And you're going to see I don't really have a good shot, so I'm just waiting. We're going to let our heel come back to us, and then Schroeder does the unthinkable. He thinks that I'm too far back. He must have thought I kept backing up, and trust me, I was not, because we absolutely wreck him. And this is what I love about Minnesota. Especially against German secondary ships, or, for ships in general that are secondary ships, have easy accessible citadels at range. Even Navarin, you can citadel through the top. I can't remember all what I've seen a lot of. Ruprecht, you can citadel from at range pretty easy. And that's why I think Minnesota is just a perfect fit because all these secondary ships think they can get away with it. Now, this match, we didn't have a ton of them. Maine is angled, so we're going to take some shots high in the superstructure. And this is what also I like about Minnesota. Minnesota can get away with shit that you shouldn't be able to get away with, right? It's hard to Citadel in Minnesota. It's easy to chunk their health, but if you aim at the waterline, it can be hard to Citadel in Minnesota for most players. Now, we're gonna go ahead, start to angle, and we're gonna aim up a little bit. This is what I'm talking about with Minnesota and Maine. When you lob their shells, you're gonna see we only get 4 to hit, but we do get a Citadel. And American shells are very good at Citadeling other battleships at range. Now, I play pretty aggressive, so I end up being quite a bit. And they're good at that too. But when you're at range, know your ship's strengths, and that is one of them. Even at 13 or 14 kilometers where we took that shot, it's better to lob over the side because you're always going to plunge down with American battleships. We're going to take this shot now on Republique. And he's done a good he's actually done a pretty good job. He's been focused. That Repub has been focused the entire match as we get our high caliber. So it means that like 110,000 we did 30% of the damage. Now, Lucian shows himself or gets sonared. And this is the other thing I like about American battleships. You can shoot destroyers at distance with them. It can be a little tough, but you can see his engine's disabled, so we're going to take a shot. And actually, we're going to go ahead. I know he could probably die before these get there, but I want to make sure he's going to die. And we put our plane up, and we barely don't kill him. We only get 1 shot to hit. Normally, even at 16 kilometers, we probably get 2 of these 12 American 16-inch guns to hit them. Or more. We got a little bit unlucky there. That happens because we got some pretty good luck with the Salem too, with accuracy, hitting all the shells that we did. Now, our battleship pushed up, and that battleship isn't spotted. What does that mean? He's coming around the corner, or he's behind this mountain here, right? So we're going to start to turn out because Minnesota, while I love it, it's probably not the world's best brawler. It's not awful by any means, but it's definitely not at ship strength, especially up against a Maine. A Maine is able to angle a little bit better, and everything that you shoot on a Minnesota is gonna pan, okay? Because you the torpedo bulges that kind of eat pens. So right now Salem's in a pretty good spot. He learned his lesson. And he's not letting me shoot him anymore. But Maine is going to come out, and I take a terrible shot here. I aim just a hair too forward. I thought he was accelerating. Turns out he doesn't have prop mod. So now that tells me he's probably not the world's best player. And he's probably going to stay broadside to us. But he does angle a little bit. That is not going to save him this close up, though. And we're going to absolutely, you can see we're eating pins. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm angled. But we are going to go ahead and smoke the Maine here to finish it off and get our Dreadnought and I think we get something else. Dreadnought and Fireproof, I think. But anyway, as you guys can see, we clearly helped our team win, getting a 3,000 almost a 3,000 base damage in a game, or a base XP in a game of 5 people, and also doing 150,000 damage, helping our team win. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one, folks.